Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football.
All right, now, block 80!
Mike, number 53, Mike 53!
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to air it out. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it go. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here's Switzer. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
He's an absolute oak tree in the pocket because he is so hard to get on the ground. Not as elusive as he used to be, but still, trying to get him down, tough for any defender. In that case, he's able to move just enough.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point now by Boswell. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Come on now, let's go.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. After one, a 14-3 ball game. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Hunt, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. He does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger complete to Washington. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. First carry for James Conner. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are... And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield down. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with Connor, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
Check 56.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Here we go.
Ben to throw again. Moncrief brings it in. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff Spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Roethlisberger now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Slam, 61, matchbox, light.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. How about Ben Roethlisberger, his 5th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Devin Bush brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Easy.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the two-point try will be unsuccessful. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Yes, you're right. They have had no room to breathe. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it with Conner. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. They'll run on first down. Conner. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again, and he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, it's Connor. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is caught. And he's brought down. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
180.
Watch the slant.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. So from the 36 now. 1st and 10. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Mayfield, that'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one.
Set! Blue 30. Black, what's that? Set! Black 80. Black, what's that? All right, now. Black 5! Black, I said. Ready? Black 20. Black, I said. Set! Black 20. Set it. Set! Black 30. Blue 30. Set! Black 80. White, I said. Set! Black 80. Black, I said. Here we go, here we go. White 80. Black, what's that? Set! Black 20. Black, what's that? Set! Blue 30. Black, what's that?
Hey, you know what, men? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited?